So what's up, you guys? How you guys doing? I don't know why, but I feel the need to share this message because I feel pretty well right now. I did some stuff yesterday and today, doing a little bit of writing, doing different things that I just needed to do, things I had to release, and just becoming more so the person that I once was before I got depressed a couple years ago. So that being said, I'm going back to my roots and doing things that I like doing. And with that is sharing and helping people. I've always been the type of person that led people and help people. Growing up as a kid, I remember leading my cousins inside the woods and stuff like that. I never was someone to follow people. For one, I'm very stubborn, so I don't like listening to people. you know, it is what it is. But I want to speak about knowledge and what it is to get knowledge. Growing up as a kid, we're not taught that being smart is the thing to be. I remember growing up as a kid and not showing the intelligence I had, not showing the wisdom that I had, not showing any type of mental theories that I had because, it's not the cool thing to be. Girls, most likely, a lot of girls do not go to the guy who's nerdy, don't go to the guy who's not there, throwing football and stuff. Women are taught more so to go towards the jocks, go towards the guy with money, go to the guys who's out there, being clowns and stuff. Not guys who can really elevate them mentally. Which all this does change in life because, life is also something that's always changing. But as kids, I'm talking about middle school, high school, women are not taught to go towards that dude. So me being the thirsty guy that I was, I didn't show my intelligence. And I want to become like the cool dude. I want to become the guy, the lazy man. So I didn't show my intelligence. And really saying that is not a bad thing because I know now so from getting knowledge in my brain that we as human beings, we are a social species. We all want to be accepted. So want to be fitting in with the popular, want to be that cool kid. It's just that I want to be accepted. I couldn't be accepted being the nerdy guy that I was, the nerdy guy that I am. So I goofed off a little bit. I didn't show my knowledge. So the purpose of making this video, I want to tell anyone who's out there, don't be afraid to show you're smart. Don't be afraid to show your wisdom. Don't be afraid to pick up a book and read it. Don't be afraid to use that cell phone, use this technology you have, other than twerk videos and fight videos. Because to me, them things do something to your mind. If you're constantly putting these negative energy into your mind, if you're constantly seeing fight videos over and over again, what does that show to you? The value of a human being. It's just nothing to being beat up on. If you're constantly looking at twerk videos, what are you seeing of value as a woman as nothing as a sex object or a piece of meat? You're just looking at this one little thing or big thing, whatever. Looking at this one thing, this butt, small thing on a woman's body, and you're not focused on nothing like her mental abilities or what she brings to you as a person. Which that's a whole new other thing. I learned to really respect women a little too much, but that's about knowledge, growing as a person. People don't want to put growing as a person into knowledge, but that's really a key thing because we have to know how to become a better person. With knowledge, we know knowledge is power, and we know power, force, and all these different type of equations that I can go into. We combine all those and realize the root of them. We become a stronger person. We become a Super Saiyan like. We become Superman. We become Superwoman. We become a stronger person. With knowledge also, we're taught more so as we graduate high school. We're also taught to go to college, but we're also taught that once we're done with even college, even high school, once we're done with that, we're done learning, we don't need to learn anymore. When really we should encourage learning after school, whether it be high school, college, grad school, whatever, trade school, learn more because for one, if you don't learn, you lose your skills. It's as simple as that. If you don't constantly work your brain, give yourself a brain training, just like our muscles you lose your muscle, lose your strength, you lose your intelligence. Not so much, intelligence, but you lose some of the details. You don't lose your mind so easily. What I'm trying to say. But work your brain. If you constantly work your brain, become a higher being, then you become a better person. People get out of high school, college, and school in general, and then we become ignorant people, which I'm an ignorant person. We're all ignorant in some type of subject. But we become people who just say things that's on our mind, kind of like how we see Donald Trump saying all these statements, because he's someone, I'm just saying on top of my head, on top of my mind, who probably doesn't put much knowledge to his head. He's just saying stuff that's on his mind without doing research or anything. So he's just saying these things, not learning how to articulate things. So he sounds like someone who's really dumb and really stupid, and just someone who's really ignorant. Which I'm not, I'm not saying he's smart by any means, because some of the stuff he's saying is crazy. But what I'm saying is learn knowledge and learn how to articulate. And after you get out of school, don't just learn the basic of life, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Go out there and encourage yourself to learn a lot more. People say I speak intelligent or speak well, when really I just learned how to talk, because you guys remember, like I told you before, growing up as a kid, I still listen to my teachers, and I still got that knowledge from going to, the Detroit Science Center, with my dad and my granddad. But listen to my teachers, the teacher, Mrs. Ford. I wish I had her on my Facebook or whatever, which I don't really want too much teachers on my Facebook, where I can thank her personally for saying different things. She didn't even know it, but she was talking about Obama, the way he speaks. He says, a lot, and it makes me sound unintelligent. Which, he was like that. He is like that. When you listen to Obama think, he says things like, hey, Michelle, we're going through the White House, pick us up something to eat, and it was really good. We had chicken, collard greens, and all the other stuff, I know he's not gonna say nothing like that, but he still says a lot. Saying stuff like that, it makes you sound like you're not so intelligent. As well as using filler words like, or should I say as like. Saying like all the time, because saying like because I can't even do it right now. I was trying to use it as an example, saying like all the time, but I trained myself not to use it, so I can't even do it anymore. Intentionally, at least. But using filler words as like, you sound less intelligent as well as using a lot of profanity. I'm not saying don't cuss a lot. I don't cuss a lot, except for when I'm like driving, having road rage. But when you use a lot of profanity as well, you don't sound like you have a lot of intelligence. And what this relates to is how you carry yourself as a person. We need to carry ourselves as better beings. You can still be, silly and goofy, because I'm like super goofy. I'm always cracking jokes and doing stuff, but you can't say I'm a dumb or ignorant person by the way I carry myself. Because I try to carry myself as someone, who has my stuff together. Because for one, I do have my stuff together. Like, I'm maybe not be the most financial person in the world, but as far as having my mind right, I have my mind right, and I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm just saying it is what it is. Well, you want to present yourself as someone who knows what they're doing, because when it comes down to things like getting job interviews or just speaking with people in general, you don't want to put on the front. You don't want to put on a fake, try to impress people. You can impress people by your daily conversation. People come up to me constantly, just want to speak to me, knowing about me. And the reason why I'm making this video, I'm trying to make my voice more known, because people just want to know more about me for some reason. It's been that way for a long time. Just today I went to the chiropractor, and he was impressed how open up I was, because before I used to come in there pretty shy and timid, which I am shy and timid at first, but the more you meet me, the more I share more so about myself. And I was telling him about my writing, and he was like, yeah man, do that stuff, like you sound telling me you should do this, encouraged me to do that. And hearing him say that, this guy doesn't know me like that, because it's just my chiropractor, but just hearing that encouragement, saying you should do that, you sound smart, that's a confidence booster in myself. And we all need confidence. And like I said before, human beings, we are social species. Sorry for stumbling on my words a little bit. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? I'm not super tired, but my mind is constantly going crazy. But us as human beings, we are social species that need to be accepted. Him telling me these things like, you should do that, give me encouragement, it's making me feel like I'm accepted, so it's going to inspire me to write more. So that being said, if you guys do things you want to boost your intelligence, boost your mind, boost your confidence, go out there and feed your mind. Become an intelligent being. Learn new words, new things into your vocabulary, and you will feel a lot better. Now, I know I'm talking a lot in this video. It's probably like 10 or 20 minutes by now. But I also want to speak about being positive. Because this video can be a somewhat positive video, but I want to talk about people just being positive about it, and not realizing there's negativity in the world. You can't just be positive and be naive. I'm speaking about this because you might look at some type of knowledge, because knowledge is everything. I just want to say that, okay? You might look at some type of knowledge and it might seem pretty nice, like, this has my brain thinking, thought provoking. But realize that every knowledge that you put in your brain is not also good knowledge. It also is bad knowledge you can put in your brain. So back to Trump, some of the stuff he's saying. I hate to make this like a political thing, but it's just something that came to my mind because he's someone who doesn't think with knowledge. He thinks with just speaking out his mind. It's just an example that I'm using. But I just lost my train of thought. Wow. Anyway, train of thought back. What I want to say is saying like right there. See, some of the things that's happening. But anyway, what I want to say is that when we look at negative imagery that may seem like it's good, we might look at this like this is something. Yeah, this is informational. But if we don't do our research and realize where it's really coming at, we're gonna sound like people like Donald Trump and stuff. We're gonna just get this one little piece of thing, and we're going to just. It sounds like I said pizza thing. But we're going to get this one little piece of a thing. We're going to spit it out to the world with no type of backing, no type of foundation to it. Just hateful. And it can be something just simple as if you walk down the street, you step on a crack, you break your mom's back, whatever. That's still something kind of hateful because if you just say it and you're presenting yourself as someone that knows his knowledge without doing the research, and if someone goes out there and actually steps on a crack and realizes that it doesn't really break your mom's back, you're going to come off as someone as a liar, someone stupid. And then once you come off as a liar or as someone stupid, you're going to get backlash. And that's going to even bring more so as a person who's in a society going to feel less acceptance. And like I said earlier, as human beings, we want to feel accepted. Now, I'm not just talking about, a little white lie, whatever, looking at some type of knowledge as someone stepping on the crack, breaks their mom back. But in general, if you're just looking at someone speaking or looking at an article online and you see that it might sound kind of nice, thought-provoking, and you don't do your research more so on it, and then you go out telling other people about it or speaking about it, and then you get backlash, don't be surprised when other people talk down about you. And then people get mad and say it's hating, but it's not really hating. It's someone who's giving you criticism, which I can talk on and on about that. I'm going to wrap this video up. I kind of talked about some things I didn't want to talk about. But anyway, the gist of what I want to say is put knowledge in your brain and learn how to speak a little more fluently. Learn how to project your words. It's something I'm struggling because as me being an overthinker, I kind of think things over and over again. I might be talking to you about blue and I'll be thinking about red over here, or I'm thinking about yellow, or I'll be looking at this bird in the tree and things like that. But anyway, what I'm saying is, getting out inside your brain, you're going to see the world as a much beautiful place. Because getting back to my roots, I'm seeing the world as a beautiful place again. Before, when I was depressed, I used to go to people and be like, it's like, how you doing? I'm at a job that I hate, so I'm not no longer that person. I'm someone who's back to myself. So that being said, share love, spread love, peace, y'all. Hope I didn't babble it off too much, but when you're like, it's so excited, That's a Pineapple Express reference. I believe it's the movie. But you know, when you're so excited, I love that movie. You kind of say things you saw on your mind. Think about little kids babbling onto you. Hey, mom, and the toy in the school. We all have that little kid inside of us, and right now I'm kind of expressing my little kid without using too much energy because I don't want to wake my neighbors up. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not about to do no cartwheels or anything. But anyway, share love, spread love. Peace, you guys.
This is so exciting.